Hi there, my name is Peter. I'm from the United States, and I'm here to answer the question, how did you meet Jesus? Well, to me, that's kind of like being asked, how did you meet your parents? I was born into a Christian family and basically heard Jesus stories as I grew up. And I can't quite pinpoint when exactly I began to have a personal relationship with him. But if I had to pick a date, it will probably be April 4th, 2004, which was when I was baptized. That was a day when I physically kind of expressed my acceptance of the fact that I'm a sinner and Jesus came to die for me and he's inviting me to live for him. Unfortunately, being baptized didn't mean I became perfect, and I realized that like any relationship, a relationship with Jesus only begins when you meet with him, and then the story goes on. I realized that after I got baptized, it wasn't like I became a perfect kid. I was in 6th grade back then, and I realized that I still disobeyed my parents, I was still mean to my siblings, and I was still never always nice to my friends. So that got me thinking, what's the meaning of being baptized and meeting Jesus if I don't change overnight? Well, fortunately, unlike other relationships in this world, our relationship with Jesus is based on his initiative. And as long as you never give up going back to him, he will always forgive you. And I thought that was the beauty of the relationship that we have with Jesus. He doesn't ask you to be perfect before you meet with him, but in fact, he invites you when you're imperfect. And he wants to work with you throughout life, to love you and to give you grace. And so, at least for me, the response to that kind of love and grace is to die to myself every day and to accept his lordship over my life. In Galatians 2:20 it says, I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life I live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. So even though every day I'm not perfectly in surrender to his will, I know that I can always go back to him, and that as long as I try and come back to Jesus, that's the answer for my sin, and that's the answer for my fallen nature. And those facts have always been a huge comfort in my life, that I can always go back to him, and that he will always accept me for who I am. So I hope that this love and forgiveness and grace I've experienced from Jesus will also be encouraging to you.